In the beginning, Uddar moved slowly through the marshes of Kasawa. The rainy season passed many moons ago, making the murky waters no more than knee-deep. Uddar slinked through the waters, scanning for Heb, a 14-foot-long croc who was nearly as old as him. His mind wandered to his sister Ashara. She was spoiled and petty, so he knew he had to be on time for their rendezvous. He glanced up at the moon, tracking the time accordingly. Ever since she had a dream about the ancients, she's been nearly mad trying to find them. Ancients. Uddar audibly sucked his teeth. Why she needed them, he had no idea. By now, Heb was moving towards him. Uddar emitted a low growl, to which Heb slowed. The last thing Heb wanted to do was upset a clearly annoyed Uddar. By dead of night, both Uddar and Heb reached Ashara at Lake Wakasa. She was mixing herbs outside of her little hut. "Why did you send for me?" Uddar growled. Though they are twins, Ashara is still his elder sister. He knew to behave accordingly. "I've been mixing nightshade with other plants to endure the dream. I could almost see where they are last night. I need you here for this. This batch is strong. You see, I need you to watch over me. Keep track of things. Whatever I say, just keep track of it. Sometimes I can't remember things when I wake." She began to ramble about herbs and their qualities and potencies. "Why are you doing this?" Uddar growled. "Why do you need them?" Ashura looked up sharply. Her red eyes held embers of yellow and glared annoyingly at him. "Trust me," she nearly hissed, her teeth making an appearance for the first time since he was there. Heb instinctively moved away. He knew Ashura's temper all too well. She drank the mixture of herbs and moved towards her hut. Her tail slithered behind her. "You are pushing too hard," Uddar mumbled. Despite her many annoyances, he loved his sister. Ashura pretended not to hear. She made her way to the fur throws on her floor and fell into a death-like slumber. Uddar took post on a carved wooden stool nearby. He thought of how grateful he was to have eaten before he came. 3 days passed before Ashura spoke. Aloha, please don't. Please don't." Uddar rose to awake his sister, but Basiva stopped him. She slithered and coiled in front of her master. She hissed and spat venom, so he returned to his stool. Every so often, Ashura would beg for someone named Aloha to stop, whimpering and turning in her sleep. By day 5, Uddar became restless and had the mind to wake her. He also thought of eating Batsiva. As he sat in the bait, Ashura began to rise. Her eyes were groggy, yet wild. Her breathing was slightly labored. "Uddar," she called out. He moved to her side. I saw them both." She grabbed hold of him, looking into his eyes. "They must never be disturbed, Uddar. Never." The fear in her eyes disturbed him. It was something he'd never seen before. We must keep them secret, lest we meet destruction. The year is now 1863. Ashara arrived at Castle Sahel. She was greeted by Raven Lebeau, the mistress. Raven instructed her servants to greet and aid Ashara, who made her way through the castle's main corridor. Suddenly, a premonition seized Ashara. She later woke in the study. Raven sat near her. "Can I get you anything?" she asked. Her gray hair swayed near her bosom. Ashara sat up before speaking. "Why have you called me here?" Raven's eyes glistened dubiously. "We have found them. We have found Ashara,"